It's Bill from Melbourne City Maintenance, and here we are at this beautiful weatherboard home in Caulfield, and we are going through the process of sanding and preparing this home for its new coat of paint after a number of years since the last coat. The client has asked us to go and grab some samples so that they can choose a colour that they like for their new home, and we are going around and checking all the weatherboards, confirming that they are in good condition, and where they're not, we're filling all gaps and cracks. We are punching nails, and then we are replacing any rotten weatherboards. And there are a few on this home, not too many, which is a good thing. And we've gone about and just checked them all, sanded them back to see where the flaking paint was, to remove the flaking paint. Then we've attempted to rot, such as that big spot there, and we'll replace a few weatherboards either side of the rot there. Once the new weatherboards are on, all the rest of the house gets sanded as well, prepped, gap filled. We make sure that all the nail holes have been punched. We will go around and check all the windows, make sure that they open and close properly, sand them so that we can make them work smoothly and prepare them for their second coat of paint. And in this house, we're actually not painting the front fence because soon the front fence will be replaced with a brand new fence, and we'll be back at a later stage to paint the new fence. This is a beautiful home. It's recently had the front deck removed and replaced, and we will not be painting the front deck because it is still quite wet in Melbourne, and we're going to leave it for the timber to settle and cure over the next few months, and we'll come back and paint that later on. In the back here, you can see that there's a lot more weatherboard damage that needed to be replaced, and this particular home had a new veranda installed on the back of the house, and that's why these posts are all bare. And the carpenter has just finished the job repairing and restoring the rear balcony, and we're going to go about preparing all the bare timber and making sure that it's ready for a new coat of paint. And we're going to give that whole place a lovely lick of paint behind the glass as well. We have to get behind the glass, so we have to liaise with the glass company to remove it for a day. And this is quite a high rear wall. We'll arrange the appropriate amount of safety equipment to get up there safely. It's about 7 to 8 meters off the ground, and we want to make sure that everybody is safe. Underneath the deck will be painted as well to make sure that all the timber around the wet areas of the swimming pool are all sealed and unlikely to continue to rot and retain moisture. The back deck is quite good condition, covered quite well by the top, and although there's a little bit of flaking paint and some rotten weatherboards, there's not a lot to do here other than prepare it and make sure it looks really amazing. You can see that this timber is going to require quite a number of coats, at least 3, because it is bare, and we need to make sure that it's sealed properly, an undercoat and 2 top coats, and then from there we will go around and attend to all the rest of the windows at the back of this house. And you can see that they are all in reasonable condition. They've had some level of preparation already since we arrived, and that's why you can see some of the timber underneath, but we will go about continuing our preparation until we are completely satisfied that the house has been prepared to the correct standard. We'll fill gaps and cracks like you can see here to make sure that water penetration is minimized. And here is the after photo, or the after video, and you can see what an amazing transformation it has been. The house is really standing out. The trim work is really popping, being painted in Dulux natural white, and the walls are painted in Hames Nantucket, and this particular color is going to really stand out in the street. It's going to make sure that people can see this house, and you will be able to notice it when you go past in your car. All the weatherboards on this side of the home have now been replaced and repaired, and there are no longer any blemishes or bad sections at the back of the house. We prepared everything with all the right amount of tools and time to make sure that the place is going to be sealed and safe from weather penetration for at least 10 years. And just look at how amazing it looks. This is a pretty awesome reveal. I'm really excited about this result. The client was wrapped, which is the most important thing. So you can see at the back here now, all the new weatherboards have been painted over, and you can't tell the difference between old and new. And this back veranda area looks amazing. All the underneath of the deck was painted. All the balustrading was also painted, the new balustrading. Most of it was done off the ladders on the ground, and then the very high sections were done using scaffolding, so that we can make sure that all the people working on this site go home safe and sound every single day. We don't take any unnecessary risks. This is the most amazing shot. This is the part of the house that's visible from the swimming pool, so it is now something worth looking at. It's really amazing, turned out fantastic. We are so excited to be handing over this home to the client, and if you're looking for a painter in Melbourne to attend to your weatherboard home, please call Bill from Melbourne City Maintenance on 0403 162 374.